to play with the Jaclyn Hill palette a little bit. I never really got to play with it. I don't know why. I bought it a while ago, like right when it came out, just like everybody else. And I kind of just tucked it away. I didn't really remember that I had it after a few uses. Kind of wanted to challenge myself to play with color a little bit more, just because I never really have. I did a little bit when I worked at Macy's in cosmetics. I worked for Impulse, which is kind of like a Sephora inside of Macy's. So I got to play with color a little bit there because I just got to be more creative, and then I started to work a full-time job 9 to 5. But I don't know if purple or blue eyeshadow would necessarily be the best idea to wear to work, especially for the job that I was doing, and especially for my job now. Okay, so hello everyone. I am attempting my first voiceover in today's video. I haven't done this yet, so please bear with me. I am starting off by putting the colors Creamsicle and Pukey in my crease. I have my hand at the end of the brush just so I can kind of get that more diffused look. And then I just keep going back and forth until I think it's blended enough. And I promise you I will go back in later and blend some more. So then I picked up the shade Hunts from the palette, and I just thought this would be a different kind of crease color to use. I typically stick to browns just to define my crease, but I wanted to use something a little bit different today. So I blended that out into the first two colors on my lids. And then I picked up this purple shade called Twerk, and I started to put that in my inner corner with a fluffier brush, but then I realized it wasn't really packing on the color. So I switched to a more dense flat shader brush. And to be completely honest, this color looked very different on my eye than it did in the palette. It's still a very pretty color, but I just wasn't expecting it to look like that on the lids. Because next I took the color Royalty and I placed that next to the first purple shade, and it looked very similar to it. So in the end, that step is kind of unnecessary to complete the look. And then I grabbed the shade Pool Party, which is this very pretty blue color, and I placed that next to the purple. And I kind of blended them together with the shader brush on the lid a little bit. I used my initial blending brush to kind of blend the lid colors and the crease colors together as well. And then I just touched up the purple and the blue on the lid because in blending you kind of lose those colors a little bit, so I just packed those colors back on top. I wanted to clean the look up a little bit, especially on the outer edges. So I took a Q-tip and my micellar water, and I just made a sharp edge at the end of my eyeshadow. I also didn't put it in the video, but I cleaned that line up with concealer a little bit. And then I went in and I finished off the eye. So I started with the color Royalty on a flat shader brush and just put that on my lower lash line to define it a little bit. Then I smudged it out with the color Hunts again that we had in our crease. For some reason, I wanted my lower lash line to be a bit messy, so after placing those two colors down first, I smudged a black kohl liner into my waterline before putting on my mascara. And then I grabbed my lash curler. I debated putting on false lashes for this look just because it was kind of more bold. But I really just don't like false lashes. They're uncomfortable. I don't think they look great on my eyes. And I personally like my regular lashes. I do use a lash growth serum. So they've gotten pretty long over the past couple of months. So I am enjoying my own lashes. I do wish they were a little bit fuller, but I will take them. They're pretty long. I wanted to add this clip in really quick. This is the Sephora Color Switch. I got this off of their website. It's really great if you only have a couple of brushes and you're doing a look with a bunch of different colors. You just swirl your brush on the inside and it gets most of the color off, and then you can dip it into your next color for use. So I definitely highly recommend it. I'm just adding a inner corner highlight to the inside of my eye. It just kind of brings the entire look together. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you here again. Bye.